Hello, how are you today? My name is Mike. I'm going to tell you about foods, and we're going to do a cooking show. It's amazing. This is the first show. You must watch this show to understand the shows after this. Bye-bye. Good morning this morning. I'm going to tell you something what we're going to do today. Potatoes are delicious, okay? You can eat them. You can spread them on things. Look at these. This is corn. Look at the little giblets. Those are called giblets and are delicious. Now, I'll tell you another good thing that there is. It's called broccoli. Broccoli will make you a new man. I'm telling you what. Did you know that peaches and nectarines are the same fruit, except one's fuzzy and one ain't? Now, I'm in here in my secret lair, and I'm in here with a lot of members of the kingdom of the vegetable and the animal family. And I'm going to tell you about something now. This here is a tomato. You can eat it, and it's delicious. You can chop it up. You can put it in a salad. It's delicious. This right here is very delicious. It's jalapeno pepper, but you got to be careful with it because it could make you very happy. Hot. This is a lime. Delicious and sour. Cousin is a lemon. Did you know that lemons float, but limes sink? Try it. Yep. Look at this. One kind of onion and two kind of onion. Isn't that kind of crazy? Now, I don't know why, but onions will make you cry. They make you cry a lot. I bet you can't tell me what this is. It's an avocado. I bet you thought it was a dinosaur turd. No, silly.
See, look, it looks like a dinosaur turd, but it's really avocado. Look, it's all smashed.
Did you know that a fruit salad tree actually exists? Yeah, they genetically made these trees where they got all kinds of different fruit on them. Lemons, limes, apples, oranges, pickles, all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. Have you ever been slapped with celery? I have now. Now, behind me, there are quite a few things you've probably seen. That's garlic and orange juice and wood tarnation is boom boom sauce. Is it explosive? Did you know that German chocolate cake is not actually from Germany? It's from Texas. A guy, and his last name was German. Can you believe that?
Now, I'm going to tell you about these things here. They're called halo onions. I like to call them halo onions. What you do is you dig a hole. You dig a hole right there. And then you get your onions and you drop them in there. You drop them in the hole, right? And it's a very important process. You get enough of these onions here and you put them in that hole. Then you bury them. You bury them dead. And then they're going to be buried and they're going to be all dead. And then you take them out of the dirt and you put them in a strainer. And now they've come back to life. This is how they get the halo effect. And then you take the little thing and you shake it. Shake it. And when you're done doing that, then you take it and you put it in some hot oil. About 400 degrees, 350 to 400 degree hot oil. And you just fry the crap out of them until they turn brown, golden brown. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful they are. They're like little angels.
Did you know that Hawaiian pizza wasn't invented in Hawaii? It was invented in Canada. Can you believe it? The tortilla chip. I'm going to teach you a secret. The tortilla chip is the same as a tortilla, but it's a chip. You can see these are floppy chips. You take and you put it in that hot oil again at 350 to 400 degree hot oil. And you know, then you're gonna fluff it up.
after you put them in there. Because if they just put them in there, they're going to stick together. You got to hit them with the stick. See how I fluff them up there? Just fluff them up. I did a little magical little thing with my fingers too there. Don't worry about that. That's nothing to worry about there. So just fluff them up with the thing there is what you're doing. And when you're done, then they stop bubbling a little bit, and you dump them out. So they get all that hot oil off of them. And that oil, it kind of drips off of them. And now you got a delicious chip. You might not think of it, but that's not no floppy chip. Did you know that Spam, the word, is a mashup between spice and ham, and isn't actually some kind of genetically modified meat product? Now we're going to talk about cheese. This cheese is basically, it's liquid cheese. See how it flip-flops around like that, like water? That's what I'm talking about. And it comes from the land of lakes. And there's apparently a sea of cheese out there. My friend, I heard about a guy, Les Claypool. He's a captain of a ship who sailed the seas of cheese. You can check out the story sometime. And this American cheese. This how they do it in America. I don't know. I haven't been there, and I'm American, but I'm sure they scraped it off somebody's feet, and they gotta be American. America. That's why it's yellow, because the soil around here. Well, at least in Oklahoma, they got red soil someplace, but they got yellow soil, and they got purple soil. I've seen purple soil and brown soil. And you mix that all together, you get yellow. I remember we talked about blue cheese. Blue cheese, actually, they get it from Smurf's feet. That's why it's blue. Smurf's feet. You don't know what Smurf is, ask Gargamel. Okay. Did you know that most wasabi is really just horseradish that's dyed green? These are magic pieces of cheese. I say they're magic pieces of cheese because you take this cheese right here, right? And you put it in that 350 to 400 degree oil right there. See, boom. And you know what? It comes out looking like a chicken nugget. Cheese, chicken nugget. Cheese, chicken nugget. And if you can tell, see, it really is cheese. Look at there. I like the taste of them. I do. It's better to let them cool off, though. Did you know that on Sesame Street, Cookie Monster's cookies are really just painted rice cakes? Well, how about that Parmesan cheese? Now, I'll tell you what, this is really this like dusty cheese. And I'm pretty sure what they do is they smack people's feet, or they wash them and then they dry it out, and then it comes out like the powder. I'm pretty sure that's where a Parmesan cheese comes from. Delicious on pizza. You wouldn't believe it that foot cheese would be good, but it's delicious. Just like that Munster cheese where they did off the Munster's feet. It's amazing. This right here, this monster cheese. That's where they make cheese out of monster's feet. They just scrape it right off the toes. Monster cheese. Pretty good. It's actually really tasty. You wouldn't think so. You'd think, ew, monster's feet. I wouldn't eat no cheese off no monster's feet, but it's pretty good. It actually is delicious. This right here is sharp cheddar white. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I cut my finger earlier on this stuff. It's very sharp, very cheddary, and very white. Not to be confused with Barry White, but anywho. Then there's another kind of cheese in the world. Where is it? Oh, yeah, here we go. We got this here shredded cheese right here. Yeah, it grows in the field. You pick it, and it's like lettuce, like shredded lettuce. Lettuce grows like that. It grows shredded. You got to pick it. It's kind of like rice. It's kind of like, how they grow rice out there.
but it's cheese. It's pretty interesting. There's another kind of cheese that has holes in it, and that's what my see. They call it Swiss cheese, and I'm not sure why, because I have a Swiss Army knife, and it doesn't look anything like it, but I don't know. Not to mention blue cheese. Blue cheese is delicious. It's also. Did you know that pineapples can take 2 to 3 years to grow? Now this here's coarse kosher salt, because you got to take a class to use it. That's why it's called coarse kosher salt. Now this here is very special delicacy. This is a chicken finger, and what they do is they chase the chickens down and they cut their little fingers off. It's terrible. I hear them screaming, but you know, they're not like the regular chickens you see. These are like some giant chickens you see down in like South America or Antarctica or something. But yeah, chicken fingers, they're delicious. He's the one that chases the chickens down and cuts their fingers off. Did you know that taquitos are made? They're named after Flutes.
Tacos and for enchiladas. It's so good. It's so good.
Let's look at it.
Oh, sí. Delicious. Delicious.
Did you know that if you eat too much nutmeg, you're going to trip like you're on drugs? Yeah, I wouldn't do it. It's not fun. Okay, now you've seen potatoes, and you've probably seen baby potatoes, but these are Tater Tots. They're like in between baby and grown, and we have to portion them before they thaw out, or they start asking you all kinds of questions. And every time you tell them an answer, they go, why? 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 So I gotta get busy. And the tots are sleeping. This is where they sleep. Did you know that cashews are grown on apple trees? Yep. Cashew apple trees. And now we look at all these things right here. Look here. Minced onions. This is so crazy. Paprika. Cayenne. You're supposed to smell it. Achoo. Did you know that cilantro and fresh coriander are exactly the same thing? There comes a time in life when you might need a handful of jalapeno peppers, or more than one, and that is me. I need lots of handfuls. Lots of handfuls. I can't even leave it recording as long as I need a handfuls of these jalapeno peppers. Did you know that peppers have more vitamin C than oranges? Yeah. This right here, this is a really big hot dog. What they do is they cut it up in pieces and make hamburgers out of it. It's pretty good. I've had one before. Did you know that a single spaghetti noodle by itself is called a spaghetto? Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. If you got any questions, put it down in the thing and ask them. And go ahead and subscribe and like me. Share me, because got a lot of love. Yeah,